Welcome in, everyone. We are back with Black Book. Let's just jump into it, shall we? We are still trying to open the third of the 7 seals on our Black Book. And, it's gotten complicated because we may or may not have made, a powerful demon angry. Or at least annoyed. Hi guys! Welcome in, Winter Fairy. Lovely to see you. Thank you for the lurk, PP. Let's get back to it. We will probably end up having to redo the conversation at the beginning of today, but that's
How are you feeling, Grandpa?
What do you mean? I'm fine. Is this about Prokopy? To hell with him. I've dealt with him before, and this time we sent him to the abyss together.
Yep, I did indeed win at Boulder Parchment Shears. I threw Boulder, you threw Shears, wabam. Take that, Shears.
It's a pity I didn't do it properly the first time around. Eh.
Indeed. So it looks like he has more things to say. Yeah, all of our chorts are out, so that's good.
So, how's the progress going on your seals?
Soon they all will be gone. I think we can make it in time.
Alright. We have to order a prayer for somebody in the domain of the Voidenoy. That is our optional thing. We also have this. Strengthens ward. We do have some ward in our deck. Not a lot. We're not really using the object that gives ward at the beginning. We have a prayer strengthener, which we do have prayer in our deck. We have a heal buff. We have an eloquence buff, which increases the well-versed effect, which we have been using massively. Like, I really like well-versed, honestly. We have immunity to curse currently. I'm not entirely certain that's... Well, curse sucks, so... we do have Pike Tooth, which means that our first round, or our first Zagavor, our first spell, is a hard hitter. And we also get bonus rubles. That's what our current build is. We also have a skill point that we have to figure out what to do with. So we are level 10. At level 19, Knowledge of Keys will just open. So level 5, Orders opened. We can decide that our pages deal more damage or more defense. We can also start doing Koldune's Trick for the card game within a card battler. I'm not really interested in any of these. I can manage to do some decent amount of damage, so I'm not worried about that. We've opened up all of the item slots. We could lower shop prices. We could increase the number of items that we are able to use. I'm fine with the limitation of using 1 herb per round. That's not a big deal to me. We could also have people bring us more money just as a visitor. This affects the drawing of our deck, so we could add extra orders or extra keys each turn. We only really get 2 keys unless we use a babushka, so it might be good to do extra keys because there are a few keys that are somewhat integral to specific builds. Trav has thrown parchment if anyone wants to take him up on the offer. We can also decrease the cost of page creation for when we want to modify our deck. Which would open up being able to choose 4 pages after a battle instead of 3. But we've been kind of going whole hog on demonology over here. We could up how much money the Chords bring after they finish their jobs. We've already reduced their chance of completing the job well so that we can reduce our sin. We can rebalance that, but I don't really want to go down this path. So, Chords bringing back more money. I'm not going to worry about that. I actually think that this is probably the best because we have keys that we definitely need to start using more often, and the only way we're going to be able to get to them more often is if we are drawing more of them. So I'm going to do this. That is good. So we have 7 Chorts. The maximum number of orders in our Zagavor is 3. The maximum number of keys is 1. And now we have a draw hand of 4 orders and 3 keys every turn. So that's pretty good. Alright. Time to set off on today's quests. We're going to go to the fair right away. We don't have a lot of money, but we're going to go to the fair immediately to see what herbs we can buy.
At the crossroads of 2 trade routes, you see the annual fair. Despite the late hour, trading is still taking place. Perhaps you might buy something for your journey. A multitude of goods can be found. Prianics, as well as a variety of magic trinkets. There's something for everyone here.
What I wouldn't give to have a baked good right now. Instead, I only have tea. Oh, we've got card players today, so I might go hit them up.
What? Want some prianics? I've sold everything already. Oh, you want some herbs? Well, take a look then.
Alright, let us see what herbs she has. We have Peter's Cross. We have Adam's Head. This is to increase Bless with every 2 health lost. Okay, that's cool. She also has this one, which is Ward. We have that, actually. We have that. We don't have this one. And then this one is, just gives Bless 3. So the combination of these two is pretty powerful, but we have enough Bless in our deck that I don't think it's necessary, so I'm not going to worry about that. We don't have enough money for the peddler, so let's just go
The
play
players
cards.
are carried away by a game of Durak.
I've been doing low bets, but I think I'm gonna up the bet this time and hope for the best, because I have enough money for it. We could lose all our money, or we could gain a lot more money, which would be nice. So we're gonna try Durak again, against, this guy. So we're only against a single player, and clubs are the trump, so we want to keep our clubs as much as possible. So I'm just gonna do this. And that is good. It is our turn. No, I'm gonna end the turn there. That will be fine. Oh dear. Well, I can... do that. He's gonna do another 9, but that one I can do with that. So that was actually a pretty good turn for us. Let's see here. And he will take cards. Beautiful. B-E-A beautiful. Let us do this then. No, I want to keep that for the end. Ooh, that's so good. I could block them with the clubs that I have. Yeah, actually I will. Let's do these 8s that I have. So that pulled out some of his high card stuff. I have that. So that's fine. Let's do these 6s. I've been holding on to things, and now he's getting rid of his clubs, which is cool. Okay, okay. This is probably gonna go badly. I have to take it. He wins. That was the gamble. Well, we're broke now. Welcome in, Dragon. Thank you for the lurk. The Akhmatova Ravine. Ravines are often connected to the other world. Old Yegor says this place is some kind of threshold. Ooh, we're getting attacked. Okay. Okay. Easy, easy. So, what do I want? We do have a style card in here, so what if we did... Let's see, and then also do this. Welcome in, CJ23. Welcome in. Lovely to have you. We are playing Black Book. It is a card battler with very heavy Slavic themes, mythology. And we've been enjoying ourselves, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. I am a lurk-friendly stream, so if all you want to do is hang out, feel free. Alright, so we're going to do a lot of damage. I don't know if it's enough to kill people, but we are going to do 5 to each, then 10 to that guy. Actually, 15 to that guy. 11 to the other guy. 3 more, and then I actually need to move that over to you. There we go. That should do. This guy over here that I completely didn't even notice, but it's fine. Oh, I took some damage. Oh no. Well, that does not really matter. Then I get all the healing. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, I guess we'll do that. I don't have any negative status effects. We'll do both the babushkas. And dink him, I guess. He's gonna try to remove a positive status. Well, he's not gonna survive this time, so it's fine. Goodbye. This is already in my book, so I will take the things that are not in my book yet. Easy fight. It looks similar somehow to Shin Megami Tensei. It's actually more akin to like, oh, what is that game called? I was talking about it just yesterday. It's more akin to, I cannot think of the name. I'm sorry. There are card battlers that are much more similar to this, but this one is very heavily Slavic themed. It is all about the Slavic myths. So, yeah, my brain is not quite turned on. I have not had nearly enough caffeine today, and I've been drinking tea since I got up. So I don't really know what's wrong with me today. I'll think of it in 20 minutes and then we'll get back to it. But yeah, there's It's good. There's a lot more story though. You'll see. You'll see. All right. Saltanovo village, a good village. I've been here plenty of times. Lots of acquaintances too. Very British.
A ray
I'm
of
not
light
Brit.
from a suddenly opened door of the village shop pierces the darkness. A young lad with an accordion strapped across his back runs into the street. A moment later, a shop owner emerges, spewing curses and chasing after the musician. You are somewhat familiar with the accordion player. This dashing youth is often invited to Vichorkas and celebrations.
I don't know what language this particular game was originally in, but their English translation, if it is an English translation, is actually really, really good. You'll find that they go very Slavic when it comes to the Slavic words. So Vichorkas, which I have thus mangled, but yeah, they absolutely have done a really good job. So I'm not British. I am tragically American. Just FYI. But yeah, the musicians run out on a bill again. So we can help the accordion player, we can help the merchant, or we can just stay out of it. We haven't stayed out of anything yet, really. We're a nosy Koldun, or witch, and so we are slightly familiar with the accordion player because he's an known entertainer in the area, but the merchant, I mean, we're broke, so I don't know if paying for the accordion player would be a good idea. As much as I've been making most of the decisions, chat, thoughts, have a discussion with me. Just stay out of it. You don't want me to stick my nosy nose into other people's business, Trav? I mean, there's no demons involved that we know of. Just because it doesn't seem like there are demons involved doesn't mean there aren't. Inscription. That's the game that I was thinking of. It's a lot more like Inscription than anything else. Although Inscription is not based off of any sort of mythology, it's the same vibes. It's very much the same vibes. And they're both card battler games, so that's why there's another similarity. And there's a lot of story in Inscription, though not as blatantly storied as this one. I'm a bleeding heart. I'm gonna help the accordion player.
You whisper a Zagaver, and the merchant clumsily falls onto the dirty road.
I'm a bad
Judging
person.
by his angry yells, you guess that the young man has stolen a box of sweets from his shop. You think he casts a narrow-eyed glance in your direction before he disappears in the dark.
I mean, what's one more sin?
The merchant spits on a neighbor's hen in frustration, knowing he won't be able to catch the musician.
Because I've only got 50 of them now. It's fine. It's fine.
That scoundrel! Sure, take him! He'll pay me back, he says. I know all about him paying back. I won't see a half kopeck until Christmas.
I need to get to a pothouse somewhere in these parts. Is it far?
Oh, girl, don't go there. That's a bad place. The pothouse and vodka are the root of all evil. Here, they found this man recently, drunk himself to the grave. Just buried him. Well, the pothouse is to the north. You won't miss it. Fechka, the accordion player, must have gone there. That rascal! That scoundrel! Sure, take him! He'll pay me back, he says. I know all.
I know this man. Should I get him back for you?
If only you could. I know him as well, but still. If only my boy was at the counter. I bet he's gone divinate into the ovens again.
A barn to dry hay.
Behind those barns?
Yes? Is anything wrong?
Do they have any idea how to perform divinations? I fear something might go wrong.
Nothing bad will happen to them. Sure, take them. Youngster, have no patience. Can I help you? Get going.
But what if I wanted to buy something?
Yeah, right. The devil you roaming around at night. Get lost.
The merchant shuts the door in front of you. You can only continue on your way.
Well, that was nice. We learned a thing, though. Granaries as well as mills are part of the flour making process. A granary is a rectangular log structure with a roof with 4 slopes. 8 large wooden boxes called susek could store up to 125 tons of grain. Ventilation holes called produks perforated the lower part of the building. I will mangle all the Slavic words, because I am tragically American, so please forgive. Yeah, maybe if I'd helped him. I know, I'm a terrible person. I felt the need for an even number of sins, apparently. Okay, well, we're gonna go to the barnyard so that we can figure out how to help the merchant, even though he was a jerk. But we were mean to him, so we might as well be nice. The merchant told me the children were performing divinations in the barnyard. Divinations at the wrong time can prove dangerous. It can't hurt to check on them. So silly, children.
The black shape of this Avin looks like a beast ready to pounce. When you peek through the slightly open door, you gasp. Aviniks have stuffed the children into the stove and are arguing about something.
Oh dear. Perhaps we should talk to them, but first, let's learn the thing we learned. A barnyard is comprised of several buildings for threshing grain connected with a single 2-sloped roof. Before threshing, the sheaves of rye had to be dried in one of these buildings, called a drying barn. It consisted of 2 parts, one of them underground with a stone stove. The sheaves were laid on the poles above the stove. After drying, they were brought to the straw cutter. The barnyard and drying barn were protected by specific spirits, gomniks and ovniks. They were imagined to be small humanoids in red pointed caps. On the Yuletide, girls went to the barnyard for groom divinations. They put their bare feet above the drying poles, and if the ovnik hit them with the lash, it meant their groom would be mean. If the ovnik stroked their feet with a fur mitten, the groom would be kind.
Let us into your ravine, kind host.
I witch! I can sense Khaldun's from a mile away. Well, come in. You've already invited yourself.
Damn Navinix. They always looking to eat somebody.
What's with the children? Did you kill them?
Not yet. We're deciding on who gets to do it. Well, what are you looking at? They came for divinations at wrong time, didn't ask for invitation, didn't circle themselves. And to top things off, their father cursed them. Or could it be you, who also came to grab a bite? Come on, take off their icons. They're nasty to the touch.
We're gonna try to outsmart these guys. That's kind of been our MO with this game.
I came for the children. They're my prey. The merchants send them to hell? I know, and their chorts send me precisely for that reason. The real chorts, mind you, not some household spirits.
That's the first time I've heard such a thing. Prove to us that Chorts sent you.
These Aviniks want to see chorts. Well, I know where I can get plenty of those.
From a pester.
Well, look at this.
You open your pistir, and several annoyed chorts spill out of it. The panicked Aviniks hide in dark corners.
Got him.
After the Aviniks disappear, the children return to their senses. They remember what happened, only in part. You remind them of the necessities of a protective circle by properly boxing their ears.
Silly children. Hey, Fen, welcome in. Alright, we have saved those children. I adore you too, Fen. Of course I adore you. You're wonderful. Let's head off to the Sultanovka wood. The forest to the east of the village. They say there are a lot of beekeepers here. Perhaps I can trade with them. Not that I have money to trade, because I biffed at
The
cards.
narrow path leads you to a silent bee garden. A single light shines amidst the beehives. A beekeeper has lit a splinter and is writing something on birch bark.
I can hear you walking. Come out to the light.
Greetings, beekeeper.
Ah, a traveler. Well, come in. Make yourself at home in my bee kingdom. My name is Panko.
The beekeeper proceeds to write something on birch bark.
Are you writing a Leshy charter by chance?
Heaven forbid. I'm calculating my income for the summer. The bee queen spawns grubs every day. So I get a lot of new bees. If only I had enough houses for them. This Vajanoi helps me. There's Chorts Creek nearby. The bees drink their water there. I threw something in the water recently. A bottle of vodka and a loaf of bread. So my bees wouldn't die off this winter.
I see. If you're having a good year, maybe you have something to sell.
Come and take a look. Are you interested in some healing herbs?
Let's talk about the Voidnoi. Also, Ben, how are you doing?
Have you heard about the local Vaginoi?
Well, they say all sorts of things. I heard this one story from an old woman I know. Thing is, I can tell a mighty scary story. Might make your hair stand on end.
All right. Hired by Voidnoi. A man sank in the water and became a servant of a Voidnoi. The fishmaster took a liking to him and decided to let him back onto the shore with a bride and a generous dowry. The girl, named Marina, whispered to him, "He'll give you a choice of 12 girls. All of them except for me have yellow teeth. Mine are white. If you choose wrongly, you'll stay here forever. He'll then let you choose between 2 sacks, a large one and a small one. Don't be greedy. Choose the smaller one as it contains a mill. It will mill anything into flour and will never starve. Don't choose the large sack or you'll be forced to remain here." The guy did as he was told. He returned to the land, built an izba, got married in the church, and had many children, and forgot about the Voidnoi. Only on Pentecost did they remember him and leave him offerings by the river. Well, that turned out to be a pretty decent tale. Let's see what he has. So, honey increases, gives you more eloquence. That's nice, but we already have an item for that. And he has, oh, the good heals. I can afford one. Actually, I can afford one. Yeah, no, that's good. We will leave it at that. That was good. Alright, we have been to the beekeeper. Fantastic. Next up is this village over here for the optional order of prayer. So we just have a song to find now. A man lived in this village. The Voidnoi caught him and made him herd his cows. You can now pray for his soul here.
The silent village is getting ready to sleep. There are lights in some windows, and from time to time, you see peasants going about their business. You soon find the izba where the missing peasant's family lives. It turns out that he is one of the villagers trying to reach the Sultanovka bank. You tell his wife that she must recite a prayer. The shaken woman recognizes you as a witch and trusts your every word.
Oh, I have enough money to give a little. I have enough to give a little money, but not all of the money.
You give her part of the money that the Vajinoi's servant gave you. It will be just enough to order a prayer. The grateful peasant woman gives you some healing herbs for the road. After some thought, you ask her to light a candle for a certain Rusalka that you know. The silent village is getting ready to sleep. There are lights in some. Everyone you ask knows about the pothouse, but tells you that it is a wicked place for wicked people. As it turns out, the bandits have become even noisier as of late, but no one has seen them in nearby villages. One of the people you talk to crosses himself and tells you that there's something demonic going on in this pothouse. With a shaky voice, he tells you about a logging area to the west. You can't get anything else out of him.
Oh dear, the plot thickens.
The silent village is getting ready to sleep. There are lights.
All right, so we have the baths here and a forest clearing there. So we will go to the baths first. I hear someone singing. Could it be an evil spirit celebrating? Let's find out.
You hear the lingering sounds of songs long known to you. At one of the izbas, you see a late-running Vichorka. It may be worth stopping to listen for a while. You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
As usual, the music is beautiful. I understand not a single word, but it's gorgeous. And we get such a pretty slideshow every time. Alright, off to the forest clearing. They say some bandits were felling timber here. Perhaps I can learn something about them. It's better to go in informed.
On the frozen logging site, everything is silent, even birds and insects. Knowing this to be a sign of evil spirits, you open your book. Several fat logs are lying on the glade ahead of you near an old fire, and some items are scattered about it. By the roots of a notably large fallen pine, you see the mouth of a hole. The closer you get to the logging site, the stronger the smell of decay. You recoil involuntarily when you spot the bodies, stuck into the rough holes in the trunks, as if into coffins. Overcoming your disgust, you inspect the corpses. Many of the dead have weapons. It would appear they used to be bandits. You find a purse with rubles on one of them and take it without remorse. You feel the stench of death in the air. It seems no one has been here for a long time. You find someone's ledger by the fire. Reading it, you find regular sacrifices to the Vadyanoi and other, more sinister expenses that you try not to think about. The last record is dated more than a week ago. The hole breathes with the dampness of a graveyard. At the bottom of it, among roots that look like paws of exotic beasts, you see an empty chest. Upon closer inspection, it proves to be quite old. It would seem that this small chest was buried a long time ago.
I think that's everything from here. Something has gone down. The bandits are I guess all dead, or perhaps there was a falling out between some and others? I don't know. Time to go to the bank of the river. I hope the Voidinoi doesn't catch me just yet. I haven't even spoken to the bandits. Mostly because I found a whole bunch of them dead. For like a week.
Someone's figure stands black at the forest's edge. You can't make out who's waiting for you on your way. You clutch your book tighter. A human voice answers you. You come closer and recognize the accordion player you met from Sultanova village.
Vasha, I knew it was you in the village.
What do you need? You're on your way already.
I wanted to thank you. You tripped him and I managed to escape.
Yeah, Trit. Right.
Here, take a sweet for the road. I need these sweets for business, but I'll pay them back first thing tomorrow.
You must be carrying these for the girls, as usual.
Such accusations all of a sudden. Nothing of the sort. I'm going to a pot house. I've been asked to play for a birthday, I think.
Fedka plays a riff on his accordion.
I think if I bring a present along, they'll pay me more.
To a pot house, you say? Have you been there before? What kind of place is it?
No, I haven't. It used to be an abandoned izba. Now I hear that each night it becomes a noisy pot house. So it must be fun. Oh, a fine pot house it must be.
Who called you there?
God knows. The other night I met some lad by my izba. Come to the pot house, he says. Gave me some money in advance and promised more afterwards.
Why couldn't you buy sweets with that money?
I hid them away right after, just in case. Come on, don't fret. I'll pay it back later.
I've heard wicked people reside there.
I don't care. Even church won't hurt an accordion player.
Don't bet on that.
Really, you haven't met Chorts. You wouldn't know if you did.
Not everyone is brought up by a knower.
God help you. I have business of my own.
Wait, where are you going yourself?
I'm going to the pot house too. I need to check up on this birthday.
Oh, how wonderful. Let's go together.
Yeah, wonderful. Sorry, but I'll have to go alone. First, I need to drop by Nekrasova.
Look what's going on there. Men and women crawling like flies. Let's go.
You don't have time to interject, and the musician drags you along. Peasants are gathering on the banks of the river. Each has several loaves of bread in their hands, which they are throwing into the river, and watch as they drift downstream. The musician calls out to them and strides confidently towards them.
Well met, Nekrasova. What are you doing here? Feeding the fishes?
They're looking for a drowned man. He can be found where a loaf sinks, so they say.
Yes, one man from our village went missing. We can't find him.
I think I know who you're talking about. You won't ransom him from a Vodinoy with bread, and not from your Vodinoy for sure.
And how do you know that? Her grandpa is a knower. She's a knower too. But what can we do to make him drift ashore? Tell us if you know.
If you want to ransom him from your Vodinoy, you'll need coins for that. Throw an odd number of each time, 3 or 15.
How much money will it take? Where can we get that amount? We struggled even to get this bread.
Here, take this. It's not much, but it should do.
Well, Vasya, quite a wealthy girl you are.
I'm not.
Keep quiet. Don't go counting my money.
We thank you for this. We'll be searching for him until spring this way.
You say goodbye to the peasants and go on your way. Soon, you are able to rid yourself of the musician, who stays to chat with some of his new acquaintances.
We may have just saved his life. Not gonna lie. To the settlement. There are several houses some distance away from the village. Someday, they may form a village of their own. Because that's how that works, you know. Somebody builds a building, somebody builds a building.
You pass a
next door.
small settlement that has no name yet. On the village edge, you notice a fat barrel rolling to the west.
Alright, guys. Another choice. We could read a Black Zagovor, which is an attack. We could call out to the barrel and see what responds. We could follow it to see where it's going, or we could just leave. What do we want to do? What are we thinking, chat? Have a discussion with me. This isn't really a vote situation, because in the end I will probably make the choice, but, like, tell me what your thoughts are. I would love to hear from any and all of you. Note, participating in thoughts is optional. Absolutely optional. You like getting involved, although it's almost certain that it'll be a horde of demons inside that attacks you. So 1? You just want me to attack straight off? It could be an innocent thing. I mean, granted, it's probably demons. It's very likely to be demons, or chorts, as they are called. But it also could be just innocently a barrel rolling down. Oh, yes. Ah, yes, a holy barrel. Best talk, then. Ah, so easily swayed, Trav. So easily swayed. I'm gonna follow it. I'm gonna do the unexpected. I'm gonna follow the barrel and find out what's going on.
It turns out that the barrel is rolling to the pothouse. Sometime later, several chorts fly out of it, transform into whirlwinds, and fly away so fast that you have no time to read a Zagavar. Approaching the barrel, you notice that it used to be full of mash, but it is empty now.
I don't know about that. I've taken down actual people with my Zagavors, so I might have exploded the barrel. Apparently, oh, the song was don't cuckoo my little cuckoo. Okay. We can play any of them we want if we want to. Well, nothing left to do but go to the pothouse. Pothouses are often places of ill repute. This one is especially notorious. Look, I don't know if the Zagavors can explode inanimate objects. We got chickens.
There are only abandoned isbas nearby. Their windows are all dark. No one wants to live this close to a pothouse.
Woohoo, breaker. Hello, chickens. More Peter's Cross.
The peasant holds his head and wipes away a single tear from time to time.
Are you alright?
Oh, girl, what are you doing here? Get out of here while you still can. This is an evil place.
I know it is. That's why I'm here. I found dead bandits in the forest, at the logging site. It would seem that demons killed them.
That's what happened. Run while you yourself are still alive.
If you're so scared, why aren't you running too?
I can't escape the Chorts. They left me here while they're drinking in the pothouse. Later, they'll ride me to hell.
Dear God, so you're dead?
I used to spend quite a bit of time in this pothouse. Now it's time to pay the bill.
Perhaps I can save you. I know how to deal with chorts. I have a pastor full of my own. Just help me get inside.
You can't help me, but you can pick on a chort if you like. Here is the key from the back door. You can go in if you want to.
What can you tell me about the pothouse?
A wicked place. Oh, wicked people. So it was. And it's worse now.
Why are you crying?
What? I'm not crying. I won't cry. No matter what fate befalls me. Do you hear?
He's crying. Okay, well, we have the key for the back door. I didn't talk to this guy, so I'm gonna talk to the bouncer. What's wrong with your head, girl? Did you forget something here?
I have business with your chieftain.
Ha! He has no business with you. Go, before Cassian has seen you.
to play
Let's
cards.
do it this way. If I beat you in cards, will you let me in?
Very well. So be it.
I have the backdoor key, but I'm gonna play cards. We have diamonds as the trump suit today, so we want to keep our diamonds. We have lots of diamonds, goodness. We'll do that. Cool, we made him take cards. Awesome. We'll do these 7s. Ooh, we'll do this 8 as well. Ooh, he had a trick, but it didn't help him. Let's do this king. I have quite literally mostly diamonds now. I will take those cards. That was probably a terrible move. I have to pick them up. Alright. Do these 8s. Good, he had to take out high card diamonds. Yep, he won.
And you
I
call
gambled.
yourself a card player. Get out of here.
It's fine. Just go in the back door.
You can hear the sounds of an accordion and lively conversation. The door is locked. The lock falls to the floor with a thud. The door is open.
Here we go. Thank you, Mr. Scrake, for the lurk. Welcome in. I hope you are well. Let's go check the bench first.
The fun starts to gather momentum, while the sky behind the window is getting dark.
Anything else?
The accordion player winks at you while playing his instrument.
How did you get in here before we did?
I knew your life wouldn't be the same without me. You came to see me, Vasilisa, my dear.
Don't tempt fate, Fyodor.
I'm only kidding. The fun starts at night.
Aren't you afraid of Wicked Man?
What's there to be afraid of? Everyone likes a good accordion player. I tell you, the devil himself doesn't frighten me. I won't let anyone hurt you either.
I found something. I think demons are to blame for it. Perhaps the bandits are all dead by now.
The stories you tell, Vasilisa. You and your old man, always first-rate jokers.
Oh, he's a non-believer.
This is no joke, Fetka.
Oh, stop it, Vasya. You'll make me miss my notes.
What were you saying about fun?
Some guy tells me here that as soon as it gets dark, we'll start treating our guests so well that he'll be in heaven. That's the gist of it.
Huh. Interesting. We'll talk later.
All right, here, sit on the bench. Listen to my fine playing.
These ones don't even want to talk to me. He wants me to bring him more booze. Yeah, right.
This will end in tears. And combat, yes.
The pothouse's owner doesn't even look at me. He doesn't say anything. He only furrows his brows.
Okay, I think that's everywhere I can get to. So we must sit on the bench.
The fun starts to gather momentum. Soon the peasants are dancing so hard that the walls around them start to shake. After some time, the crowd is having so much fun that the accordion player is lifted up and thrown into the air to cheers. The most noticeable in the crowd is a large man. Is this the game, Chief? You notice that the pothouse visitors approach a glass jar that stands by the window and smears something around their eyes. Having carefully picked out this moment, you reach the item. You've had a bad feeling about this pothouse for a while, and now it has turned to horror.
And now we will see what they see.
Your suspicions prove true. Everything around you was an illusion. The accordion player wasn't thrown into the air without malice. You take out the black book, but the chief of the short swarm calls you out.
I think my stables will see another witch added to it. What a day. Whatever brought you here, madam?
The musician is trying to get out of the noose with all his strength.
I know that you killed the local bandits.
They found what they shouldn't have. That is, us. I can't say we weren't grateful, though.
It was a box full of chorts. That's what we found, is an empty box where the chorts were stuck.
You killed them all? Why?
The accordion player fights back a little less fiercely.
Do we require a reason? We're evil spirits, girl. But you ask your questions. I have plenty of time.
Stop your blabbing. You're going to hell along with your pack.
We'll see who goes to hell. I'll turn you into a mare and hitch you to a cart.
Alright. He's going to put bless on himself. That's a problem. And these guys are just going to attack very mundanely. We have Pike Tooth Bite up. Nobody has Curse going on. Style is not going to do us all that great, but we can curse everybody. So we'll do that. This is a very bad starting hand. Well, what are you? This isn't gonna be enough to soak all the damage. We'll take a Babushka and have Prushka's help. Get some more going as well. It won't kick in until next time. Waste 10? Yikes. That's gross. This is all gonna stay. We need... Let's get some curse on the board. Especially for that guy, because he's gonna take a while to get killed. We do all black. Ooh, we can do so much curse. Yes. We'll take that. Yeah, let's get some styled going on. This will not save us from the waste, but it will help. So now we will only do 1 damage, which we can easily block, but we still end up with 10 waste, which sucks. Let's see here. I'm not really hurting for health just yet. I think I'm gonna do this. Let's do that. Not that we need that much, but it's fine. We'll clear the waste, put on some regen. We need to kill him a lot quicker than we are. So the next time I have a lot of damage cards, oh my god. He's gonna do bless again. Well, we're gonna get rid of it. He doesn't have any of that. No, we don't really need any of that. All right. Really? This is what I get? Actually do that first. It's not enough damage. I'm going to lose. Alright, for this guy, I need to redo my deck a little bit. I need to do a lot more damage and have some way of dealing with wards. So actually, I'm just gonna slim my deck a bit. Actually, gesture pages don't matter. I can put that one back in. Where'd it go? It's on this one. I can go back. So let's move to this. Alright. Here we go. For keys, I do need all enemies. Let's see, we will take out this. 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 Okay. And as for these, don't need quite as much of that. Let's try it with this and see if that helps. Let's try it. Hey, Plague Doctor Man, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. It is lovely to see you. Alright, so we do have enemies to deal with. We're gonna do this. We need to kill this guy, like, quickly. Curse helps with us taking less damage, so... I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Cards Against Humanity is fun. I am as doing well as well. So, I'm glad that you had a good day. Or at least it sounds like you had a good day. Okay, you have Bless on, so we definitely want this one. Let's see here. Should assist. We're gonna take some damage. I'm not gonna worry about it. I have to use it, so that's not that big a deal. Alright, so he healed himself, which is fine. Okay. This one definitely. This one definitely. I know it feels weird to do this afterwards, order-wise, but. They're not gonna be able to do me any damage. Hey, PP! How's your stream going? Okay, now I have the waste, which I'm going to kind of ignore. I don't have enough to get the style bonus, unfortunately. Can heal myself a little bit.
Keep at it, and
Don't count on it.
you will follow right after.
Shoot. I'm not gonna get it in this turn either. Got a lot closer. Not close enough. And then... game over because the guy that's hanging in the back dies. Who are these fine fellows you're doing battle with? Demons. Demons. Alright. I definitely need to... We were closer that time. Piety is not going to help us. Ward is not going to help us. Generation is not going to help us. This will not have enough time to do what we need. It would be better to have more of this. I kind of need more of this, but I can't do that on the dead screen. Like, what other pages do I have? Well versed. This also does sacrifice. This is a key. Let's do that. I don't have waste in my deck, but we'll try this build. Try again. What would be the difference between black and white pages in the book? Basically their color. So I have this well-versed, which means that it amplifies the effect of by 1 for every page of the same color. So, to give more variety and also to make it a little more complicated mechanically, you have white pages and black pages because black pages affect black pages, white pages affect white pages, essentially. For the most part, black are attack, white are defense. Every once in a while you run into one that has both, but that's generally kind of how that works. So if you see the game mention Black Zagavor, it means an attack spell, or a White Zagavor as in a protection spell, so there's also that. It's symbolizing a whole bunch of things, mechanically and stylistically, I guess. So there's that. I'm gonna throw that on to start with, so we don't really have curse up and running. You are the problem child. I need to get you down as quickly as possible and take as little damage as I can. I have 5 turns to kill all of these guys. Is there anything in here that's going to help me with that? Most of this is remove status and heal. So, I will do this as well. You got bless? He blessed you? Interesting. Okay. We still don't have any curse in our deck. Annoying. I'm going to... take you out, because you are a problem. This. I literally only have like healing in my hand this turn, which is really bad. Here we are. That guy's gone. Everybody else is taking some amount of waste. You've healed yourself. I took no damage. Okay. Definitely a gesture. This. As well as that. Jeez, I have a lot here. Okay, curse is now in effect. Ooh, I can curse everybody. Also cursed, and then do I have hit everybody? No, I don't. That is the problem. Guy's dead, so now we just have 2 turns to kill this guy. He doesn't have any bless, but he wants to put bless on him. Have anything styled here, so I can throw that onto. Not that it does.
keep at it, and you'll...
Don't come.
You...
I have this turn to do 37 damage. According to this. This should do me. Although I am going to do some damage. Come on. Yes! I did it! I did it. I'm gonna grab an extra page of this. Okay, that was rough. I had to vastly adjust my deck after failing twice, but third time was the charm. So
when
we managed.
Mikolka the Chort falls, his flock flies screaming from the windows and doors. You quickly release Fidka from the noose. He seems to be still breathing, but there's no trace of his usual hubris. To your surprise, the Chort hasn't yet vanished like the rest.
Wait, Khaldun, I will help you.
What? You're looking to serve me? I have plenty of charts of my own.
But I am a strong Chort, you've seen it yourself. I'll prove myself useful more than once.
Now let's learn about the bandits.
First, tell me this. What happened to the bandits?
They dug up an old treasure chest and was buried here a long time ago by Ushkuinix.
Technically, Mr. Scrake, because Vasilisa is a girl, this would be a reverse harem, but yes. He is pretty rad. I like his voice actor.
It was guarded by strong sorcery. Not strong enough to kill all the bandits, but still. I think something went wrong with the Zagavor, or maybe the place there is special. We were bound to guard it, regular Chorts we were. But with time, the magic grew stronger, and so did our power, like wine. When they opened the chest, we took what we were due. All of their heads. The residue of the sorcery created this phantom.
I don't think Vakul will be too happy.
And after that, we started gathering the cursed ones around the area. I turned the sinners into horses and drive them into hell. Everything had been going so well until you came. The Zagavad was so strong even the evil spirits used herbs to counter it.
Should I leave these Chorts here to roam around instead of the bandits? Let them make offerings to the Vodinoi.
So, do we allow them to make offerings to the Voidinoi? Which will, to some degree, strengthen the Voidinoi in the area. Do we take him as our own Chort, because he has proven himself to be a difficult Chort, but we... Third time was the charm. Or do we just kill him and be done? What do we think, guys? I have 7 Chorts of my own. Do I need 8? I think he should come with you because he's got a hot voice. He may or may not do much more talking after this, to be honest. Gain all the Chorts. There's one's a good one. Great voice. This one's a good one. Oh my, oh me, oh my. Well, it seems like Chad is very interested in keeping Mr. Deep Voice around. And, I can't say that I'm not tempted, so why not? Let's take him.
All right, come into my service.
Thank you, witch. You won't regret it. I will spoil a lot of souls on your behalf.
The accordion player has stood on the border between life and death, and seems to be different right now. On your way back, he is silent. You help Fedka get to the closest village and return home. You can only guess how the Vodyanoi will react to the death of his bandits. They won't make him offerings anymore.
Well, that's a problem. How significant is that adjustment he has? I have a feeling he's going to start paying his debts
And I
soon.
was here by dawn. And I was here by dawn.
Why didn't you leave that short to make sacrifices, huh? Catch the cockroaches.
I'll think of something with the Vodyanoi.
You'd better. We don't have time to search for another Vodyanoi. All right, you need to go to the mill. I already sent a salt worker there.
Do you think Vakul will break the seal?
No, I don't know. He'll do whatever he thinks of. He likes sacrifices. Maybe you can make him change his mind with money.
I've been thinking about that Rusalka.
You could try to buy out her soul, but what's the point? He'll let her go in 50 years or so. She's dead. She can wait.
What should I watch out for at the watermill?
I think you should be ready for anything. That demon wanted to meet there for a reason. He has power there, as well as history.
Yeah, they're all coming back. More sin, yalla. Ooh, we got an herb. Nice. You're coming back. You're coming back. These guys still have time. So now I have to deal with... Oh my god, he has so much sin. Dealing with all of these. Okay, let's see what we have options-wise for days. Not a lot of long ones. I am going to send you, absolutely. And as for my other meaningless job, you, because both of you are the highest sin. I need to cut down. Unfortunately, a lot of these are not long days. This one is a long day. So we'll send you. Oh, it's a strife one. He's gonna enjoy this. That's fine. That's 1 day. Well, 1 day, 2 days. Let's see, 2 for 1. Yeah, let's do this. We have these guys left. That's a day, 2 day. I don't think we have any more than 2 days, and for him it's a 1 day. So the least amount of sin with the most amount of coins is essentially what we deal with, which is this one. This one here. Alright, that's all of our Chorts doing things. We did get this herb from one of our Chorts, and we learned a thing. Watermills. To increase the force of the water's flow, it was blocked by a dam. The wheel of the mill is spun by water flowing through a hole in the dam. Water propelled the blades of the wheel, or turbine, and in turn spins the axis that drives the other mechanisms. The mills were used not only for making flour, but also for cutting wood, metalwork, and stonework in cases where manpower wasn't enough. The payment that millers took was a tithe, a tenth of all the flour milled. The workers of the watermills were friends with mermaids, leshies, and voidnois. On Pentecost, mermaids were believed to have weddings on the watermill's dam.
I'm getting better and better with the book.
Ha! You bet! Knowledge is light. The longer you hold on to this book, the brighter it shines, and the taller the shadow is behind your back. Doesn't matter who holds this book, a girl or an old man. This shadow keeps growing, and in time will cover villages, peasants, friends, and family. Finally, it gets to you.
Well, time to go to the mill.
Well, that's not ominous or anything.
It's not far from Gaina village. You won't get lost there.
Proshka wants to say something.
Could you maybe bring me a jug of milk? And some pruno, as much as possible. Instead of bothering me with all that questions.
Yes, Vasilisa. Why won't you treat our guest with mash? Here you go, Proshka, lad. Take it.
Thank you, Grandpa. What a nice guy.
Since when are you getting along so well?
Since the time Proshka saved all our books.
Yeah, there were mice all over. They ate your books, you know? And I caught them all.
So it turned out not a bad thing to have any caught at home. He caught all the mice.
What else do you want to know?
What happened next? How did you live in a church?
Vasilisa. Hard to remember. As if all the memories were gone with the wind.
So, you don't remember anything?
Just a bit. Too little. Well, what you looking at? Try to live such a long time, and then we'll see how good you are with all this remembering business. I do remember living in a rich house where I always sat. As a susietka, I guess. And I looked over all three sides.
All four, you mean?
No. I remember this quite well. Three of them. Our side, one below, and one above. And then there was a wind. It blew at all times, cold, northern. And river shells whispered me something.
Sounds eerie.
No, it was all right. But it is not the whole story. Just give me some time, and I will have it all. What else do you want to know?
Why do you need a pruno? You're undead.
The undead need a treat from time to time, don't they? You know, they sometimes treat sosietkas and the parents. Why am I any different? What else do you want to know?
Let's go. We'll talk later.
And that was Proshka.
God be with you. I'm a fisherman from the northern lake, Vatti, Lord forgive. I came to thank you. I don't know what you did, but the Vodinoi stopped cutting our nets. Here, I brought some dried pike from our crew.
Hey, he helped us, so we helped him back. It's good, it's good. Alright, we must set off. Yeah, it was a pretty hefty reward. I'm much richer than I was. Let's go. Fedorovo village. I've never been here before, but it seems like a normal village. Or could it be everyone here worships the Voidinoi as in ancient times? It is a good question.
Near the old Izba, a man is scolding his wife. Half the village soon gathers to listen to the quarrel. Half the peasants take the side of the husband, while the other half support the wife. The subject of the argument turns out to be a saw that breaks down every other time. The man suspects that his wife is cursing it, while she insists she is innocent. This item looks like it's been repaired quite often. Looks like it was fixed by the local smith a couple of days ago. You think that the smith may know something about the defect and learn how to get to his Izba. You decide on your next actions. It turns out the mill has long since been abandoned and is rather notorious here. Hardly anyone is brave enough to get close to the building. The talk is, the Vodinoi still grabs passers-by and drags them to the bottom. You decide on your next actions.
It is time to go to the smithy. Because we always do the optional stuff. Immediately assumes it's his wife and not the man repairing his saw. I know,
On the
right?
village street, you meet a strange peasant procession with chests and sacks. A peasant clutching a sleepy rooster walks in the lead. The people stop, noticing you on their way. The old women start to cross themselves, thinking you to be a bad omen. The man walking at the head of the procession addresses you.
Who are you, bareheaded wench? What are you doing here at night?
A rooster in hand and sacks full of clothing. What are these peasants planning?
Okay. They're planning to escape. They're moving. They are trying to do divinations, or they're sending a gift. I don't actually know what sin does. Like, mechanically speaking, in this game, I accumulate it, but I can't, and I can get rid of it on occasion in small amounts, but I can't, it doesn't seem to have a, it doesn't seem to affect things that I'm doing, but I don't, as the game goes on, I'm sure the sin will come into play. And I am actually getting I have limited how much sin I am getting at the moment. So, sin determines just how bad your afterlife is going to be. Well, I know that in general, but specifically to the game, I don't know yet what sin actually does. So, behind the scenes. So we'll find out what happens. Right now, we can get a hint, which will get half the experience if we take the hint. But what do we think a group of people running around at night, because that's when we do all of our traveling, is at night, with sacks full of clothing and a rooster in hand, what do you think these peasants are up to? Are they trying to escape? Divinate? Are they moving? Or is this a gift? And they ask me what I'm doing at night. What do we think, chat? I would love to hear your thoughts. You think it's a gift? Sounds like a gift, not gonna lie. Could be a gift. Alright, well, we will attempt a hydrate. Thank you, Blake Dr. Man. I appreciate you. Yay, water. Slightly tea-flavored water. Reminds me of some tradition. I don't know. I was first thinking divination's due to roosters, but the clothes, that sounds different. Yeah, I'm actually thinking this is a gift.
They're bringing gifts to someone? No.
Apparently I was wrong.
Looks like they're offering the rooster as a sacrifice to the Susiatko. So they're moving. I'm a simple traveler who's lost her way. So, you're moving into a new izba?
None of your business, wench.
I will offer to help.
I'm a witch doctor. I can help you move.
After a brief discussion, the peasants accept your offer. You make a sacrifice near the future hut while whispering Zagavers. Thankful people offer you some gifts.
We were incorrect. It is a moving tradition. Alright. Time to head to the settlement. I feel somewhat frightened. Evil spirits are close. Well, we're gonna get into a battle. That's fine.
You go past the new houses of the settlement and approach the Kama Bank. The Vadinoi was sure to be followed by his retinue, dead men and drowners from the underwater domain. Breathing in the fresh night air, you draw a circle. The Chthonian guests show up almost immediately. Your recent acquaintances emerge from the river.
Is that you, witch?
It is indeed, Drowner.
A witch! A witch!
You, what do you need here?
Vakul has gone to the watermill, so the border is thin. We came along too.
To help him deal with that girl also.
Keep quiet. Did crayfish eat your brains?
Probably.
If you know the Vodinoi so well, maybe you can tell me how to help the Saltwalker and the Rusalka.
The Vodinoi took a liking to you. He likes knowers. He doesn't like that you held the Rusalka with her name. He planned to live with her for a long time. What's he going to do with her now that she remembered her past? He was upset that you held this shepherd. He got so angry. There were waves all over. Vakul is not in a good mood now. He'll probably demand a ransom. I don't know how much. But he won't ever let the Rusalka go. Only when her time comes. Like the rest of the drowners.
When my time comes, I'll become a Vadinoi myself.
Keep quiet. Did crayfish eat your brains?
You literally asked him that already. We can attack them. We can play cards. We could say goodbye. I'm gonna play cards. I need to get better at this game. Durak, I'm not good at it. Clubs are the trump today. We have no clubs. We have mostly diamonds. Ridiculousness. I have a couple of kings. Guess you're taking a card. Have fun with that. Oh man. Rude. Let's do this. In fact, no. That was probably a bad idea. It's fine. It's fine. That was stupid. We'll do 10s. Why not? You're probably better at it than I am, Mr. Scrake, but you also grew up with it, I think. Yeah, see, I'm still scrambling to figure out what to do with this game, so we'll just play some high cards. Yeah, take cards, jerk. Alright, I can combat some of it. In the end, I'm gonna have to take them all. Well, I think I'm screwed. I don't have any 10s, so I can't add to that hand. What do I have? I have multiple 8s. I could do 8s. I lose. Let's try that again.
You go past the new houses of the settlement and approach the Kama Bank.
Is that you
We'll
with
speed through
You.
talking to them.
Vaku? Keep quiet.
I'll probably send you back to your underwater
Oh,
hole.
I did not mean to click that.
Well, you won't beat us here.
Let's try that again. Maybe not click through so fast.
You go past the new houses of the settlement and approach the Kama Bank.
Is that you, witch?
Come on.
You.
Vakul. Keep quiet. It crayfish.
If you know the Vodinoi so well, maybe
They wouldn't know he doesn't like that he was a Vakul is, but he would keep quiet. Did crayfish eat your brains?
I could try cards again. I'm clearly really bad at this game. Maybe Mr. Scrake can give me some tips. I don't know. I could attack them. I don't know if that will do me any good. Maybe it will mean that the Voidonoid does not have as many ads later. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Or I could just leave them be. They're just doing their thing. What do you think, Mr. Scrake? Are you going to help me out in the card game? Shall we try it again? I thought I had a handle on it, but now I've been beaten too many times. Well, I can try. Alright. Here we are. Let's find out what our trump suit is. Spades. I have an 8 of spades. And a king of spades. They're throwing kings immediately. I can block one with this ace of spades, and I could block another with the this ace of clubs, and then the eight of spades. What do you think? Is it good to block, or should I just take the cards? Because that is an option. Block them? Okay. What should I throw out? I usually try to take in the middle of the game. That's fair. It's my turn, so what do you think would be the good play? The King of Hearts, maybe? Start with the 7? Okay. That was it. Do you want me to throw out this 8 of hearts? He's taking, so I could throw more. If you have, say, let's say 2 7s, never drop 2 at once. Okay. He's taking all of those cards. My turn. I got a bunch of kings. I don't have to throw the spades down, but I could throw the King of Hearts or the King of Clubs. I got a couple of 9s too. The 9s? Alright. That's 1 9. They threw down kings, so I could throw down a king as well. Pass? Okay. Pass, or should I throw the 7? Okay. Throw the 8? Alright. Well, that's as far as it's gonna go, so I kings and 10s in my hand. I have to block this with the 10, don't I? king? Oh, yeah, you're right. I do have a king of clubs. Never mind. Well, that was the end of that. I'm assuming we go with the 10s that are... You have been keeping track. Thank you. I have the option to throw this 10 of spades down, but I don't wanna. I have nothing to add to this conversation. They just went. So this would probably be the part where I block with the spades, the 10. Unless I take the 7. Throw down the heart. No, you want me to throw down the king of hearts or the king of spades? Non-spade? Okay. I can keep going. Pass. Okay. The only thing I have left is to throw this king. And watch. That's victory. I'm out of cards first. So, yay. We'll take another blue stone. Time to go to the wine shop. Actually, no, the smithy first. The blacksmith who did such a poor job preparing the tool lives here. Thank you, Mr. Scrake. We had a really great run. And actually, I think I would have made...
The smithy is built on the far end of the village to prevent fires. You knock at the door and shudder. The sound disturbs the heavy silence. The door opens. The first thing you see is a gun. And then, the smith.
Well, that's rude. I think I would have made most of the same decisions as you did, so... Appreciate your assistance, though. That was fun.
Who are you? It seems a bit early for Carolyn.
A man from Fedorova sent me. Here, his saw is fixed poorly.
The smith puts down his gun and inspects the tool.
Ah, lousily done. It's my work. But what can you do? I'm afraid to work for too long. You won't believe me.
I'm a knower. I've seen a lot of things.
Christ almighty. Well, listen. The devil himself visits me.
The thing with kings there? I mean, feel free to explain. I'm more than happy to hear your explanations.
He looks like an ordinary, God-fearing man, but smells of drink.
Yes, you were keeping track of the kings. So, yeah. You were keeping track of the cards way better than I was. That's for sure. But you also have a lot more experience with Durak than I do. I only learned how to play Durak in this video game, so I'm not surprised that I'm making stupid mistakes. But it's fun.
He comes and tells me, shoe my horses. So I'm lifting the horse's hoof and see a human foot. This peasant has it backwards, hooves for feet, and he stares at me with his eyes. So I had to shoe a human foot. Lord, forgive me. I've been afraid to open the door ever since.
You say he smells of drink? I met shorts such as this yesterday. They won't bother you anymore.
You chased them away? I don't know how to thank you. Give me that saw. It will be as good as new.
The grateful smith fixes the tool and bows low to you. On your way back, you give the peasant the saw and receive your reward.
Woohoo! I got money for fixing the problem. It was not his wife's fault. If you play direct with two other people, never try to make the person who you are throwing cards at take, and instead focus on making the person who throws cards at you take. Okay. I'm not entirely certain I know the order of that as well, but sexism was wrong once again. Yes. I mean, the game is technically set in 1876, Plague Dr. Man, so sexism has always been a thing, but yeah, he was incorrect. And, well, he was grateful that you managed to fix the problem for him. Maybe he'll be nicer to his wife in the future. Who knows? Beyond the scope of our game, unfortunately. To the wine shop. Not that I would be interested in this kind of shop. I'm just passing by.
The wine shop is working until late. Warm light from its window pours onto the street, hidden in the dark. Noticing your book, the wine seller invites you inside. He claims to have books for sale.
Sure, why not? It's not like we've never walked into a place and gotten attacked before. It's fine. Yeah. Exactly, like Dr. Man. Exactly. I mean, we don't approve, but it is entirely plausible for the time period of this story is technically set in, even if it is sort of historical fantasy at best.
I see you're interested in books. You have a great one with you, I see. Is it old? I am not only selling drinks, you know. Care to look?
Oh, turned out to be an actual shop. Okay, so he's got some herbs, technically, and some things, and some items. So, flint. Attack pages deal +1 more when you have less than 50% health. And all that strengthens curse. I have been on a curse binge. That might be something to be interested in. And defense pages give you +1 defense. I do have enough money for one of these, but I think I have to save my money here. Interesting though. Wine merchant. Not bad. God, yeah. Small river. Apparently people used to drown here often. Nothing strange about that. There's a mill nearby.
On the riverbank, you see a peasant that used to look after the Vodinoy's cows. He is alive and obviously free, but his eyes are empty and he can't say a word. You know these things happen to regular people who have been through such experiences. You guide the man to the village and explain that he needs to get to his home, Nekrasova.
We helped. I have slightly less sin now. Very slightly. To the watermill. Watermills are often considered to be bad places. This is because millers often strike deals with void noise. I mean, they don't really have a choice in the matter. It's either strike a deal or end up...
The mill rises above the pool of the river inflow. The izba is decrepit, and the water wheel is silent. The reeds around it rustle mysteriously. You're greeted by a salt worker.
Oh, Vasilisa.
I visited the Vodinoy and learned about your daughter. Don't you think it's something worth telling me?
How could I? God, this is all like in a bad dream. He took Yevdokia, but I didn't know he was the one to blame. And I didn't think for a minute that he would send her to kill people. I thought there was another Vodinoy. I thought I had escaped from that one. So much death, so many sacrifices. Sacrifices. I offered money, vodka, porridge. It's still not enough for Vakul. He only wants lives.
Did you make a pact with the Vodinoy here?
Yes. This is my old watermill. I used to work here. When I built it, I made a pact with Vakul. He tells me it's business as usual, so I thought I'd pay it off with rubles.
It's never that easy with demons.
Several years later, he started playing tricks with shadows, his way of asking for his sacrifice. I never wanted to hurt anyone, and so I refused him. He then took it for himself. I had an apprentice, a guy who poured grain. A fine lad. I liked him a lot. And the Vodyanoi dragged him into the water. The demon drowned him. Do you understand? Then I abandoned that watermill. I couldn't stay there. I opened these salt works later. I thought he had already taken what was due. But it was never enough for him. Turns out he's the one who took my daughter. He killed my Dusha.
How did the Vodyanoi find you in the salt works?
This factory is far away. I thought another Vodyanoi managed this place. And so it used to be in the beginning. I managed to make some money milling the wheat. First I built a small factory, and then we got along fine with another water demon. He did not want any human sacrifices. Then I gather Vakul beat him and took this river under his control. But I wasn't aware. And then he somehow learned about me.
What happened to your daughter?
My daughter. She had nothing to do with it. When Vakul found me, I think, wanted to teach me a lesson. Yevdokia went to Solikamsk in winter by sleigh. The ice broke beneath her. No one found my daughter, nor did they find the sleigh. That time, I didn't guess who was to blame. It's not the Vodyanoi my grandfather told me about. God punished me. He sent the most devious one.
We got a story. Got what he asked for. A miller is a Khuldoon who knows Satan personally. People said so of the miller in the village next to ours. He was cunning, a knower. He never shook flour off of himself, for it was considered bad luck to do so. Once, before he started the mill, he had a talk with a Vodyanoi. They argued for a long time about who would spin the wheel. The Vodyanoi asked for an unthinkable price. He asked the miller to drown a boy and a girl in the pond by the next morning. But the miller, a cunning one he was, drowned a young ram and ewe. The Vodyanoi got angry. "You tricked me," he cried. "But you asked for a boy and a girl, and you got them." The Vodyanoi then understood that he had made a blunder, but a deal is a deal.
I think you'll be able to talk to Vakul today.
Oh, I will. That damned chort I will.
I don't think you can handle him. Only I can. Besides, even I won't be able to kill him. Masters of nature are strong.
Do what you can.
I will.
To business!
I think Vakul will show up sooner if you start the mill.
Can do. I already inspected it while I waited. I've opened the screen, but the wheel doesn't spin. The chute is worn out. I can patch it. These chutes can be patched. It's a pity some of them are too far gone. There aren't enough paddles on the wheel. Look around a bit. We should have enough here. Then we will start it. I'll wait for you inside. I'll fix what I can.
All right. I'll find some boards for you.
Alright, time to do the things. Ooh, pretty flower.
You found a fitting vein for a watermill wheel.
Still water, and it's deep at that. Something is splashing around here, but I can't make out what. Still water, and it's deep at that.
We'll take this, thank you. I get Adam's head everywhere. Just everywhere.
You found a fitting vein for a watermill wheel.
Oh no. I didn't mean to go there. Apparently it's fine that I go here, but I didn't mean to.
Vasya, my father. Is he also here?
Yes, on the mill. Want to speak to him?
I can't. Vakul won't allow it.
He's not here yet.
I can't disobey him, no matter how much I'd like to.
I need the blades.
For the wheel, I know. Here's the blade. Take it.
The Rusalka gives you a part of the mechanism.
There's something in this name, Vakul. A bit of perm, you think? I feel he's close.
Good to know. Anything else? Any view change over here? No. Okay. Back to the mill.
A ramshackle mill. We're lucky it still stands. It's scary around here. Could some other demons have settled here?
Possibly.
A ramshackle mill. We're lucky it still stands. The screen blocks water from going to the mill. It's been opened by a saltwalker.
It's been opened by Pahum. Alright, it looks like I can only just go inside. Is there anything else in here? No.
Ah, Vasilisa. 3 blades. That's enough. Well, we have everything we need to start the mill.
Vakul will appear as soon as we start the wheel.
Well, here we go. Do we want to deal with our deck before then? That is a question. Okay, we have increases bless. I might have to put more bless back in my deck. We're immune to curse at the moment. Increases the well-versed effect for 3. Increases healing. Alright, I pulled out my bless stuff. So let us put some of that back in. Let's do George the Father. So that's 2 pages of white, 3 pages of white, 4 pages of white, 5. Okay, we do have enough for that. Alright. This is fine. We've built a curse deck at the moment. I'm gonna pull that out, actually. No. 30s. Okay. We'll keep our deck at 30. That seems like a good place to be.
All right, it's time.
The salt worker quickly fixes the mechanism. He looks like he's done it plenty of times. Soon, the squeaky wheel makes one rotation, then another.
The middle world. A grand place, beautiful. If only it didn't stink of the living. My favorite witch and her cute little book. I am so glad to meet you again.
Greetings, Vodinoy.
Well, 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 Vakul.
Ah, my old acquaintance. Come to break another promise?
Father, I
didn't tell you to speak.
A water stream knocks the salt worker and the Rusalka off their feet.
You make a lousy guest, Vasilisa. Is it what we do in the Perm region? Steal serfs from their master.
There aren't any serfs anymore.
Silence! It seems the bandits still don't make any offerings. Is there a problem, Vasilisa?
The bandits were killed by demons.
You failed the task.
Thank you for the lyric play, Dr. Man. Enjoy your call with your friend. I hope that you have a very wonderful rest of your day.
But I like you, witch. Tell me what you want.
I need to break the seal and free the Rusalka. What good comes of keeping her with you? She's a nice girl.
That's why I'm keeping her, because she's nice. I'm not impartial to compassion, so I'm ready to make a deal. You want both? Then I'll require gold as your sacrifice. Every wish has its price. Mine is a small one.
I have it. I have 100 gold.
All right, so be it.
You throw the gold into the water.
Happy to do business with you, witch.
The Vodinoy touches the book before disappearing into the depths. The Rusalka stays on the shore. One more seal is gone.
Here we go.
Oh, forgive me, Dusha. You died because of me.
No, don't even think about blaming yourself. I'm free from the water demon now. I still have no answer for my sins.
Wait.
We'll meet again someday. Farewell, Father.
The Rusalka smiles at the salt worker and vanishes into white light. On your way back, you comfort Pahom with tales of life after death, but he seems to be happy with how things turned out.
At least he knows that his daughter is not suffering somewhere. Oh no.
Isn't that the most banal of a legend?
Maybe, but there's too many consequences. The drowners are talking about her. The girl is strong, they say. There are rumors coming from other spirits. Now they agreed to protect a wedding. She must think I would try it. If she sticks needles in me, I'll be left without any power. Go to Pakcha. They won't be expecting you.
I have certain doubts about this. I've seen her in the village. Not everyone can handle that power.
You should be more confident. I haven't taught you for nothing. You should curse the wedding to be on an equal footing.
Oh no, not Cole's wedding. We cannot do that.
It won't be easy. But if she really has the book, I may finally be able to control this force.
Right. There you will find out. And if this is true, you can do anything you wish for. So goes the legend. Take a look at them first. I've sent charts throughout the area. It will be a good occasion.
But this wedding, I wouldn't want to curse peasants. You know how I am with demons.
Don't make me laugh. Who will you curse there? You think you can turn the procession? This thing happened last with my grandmother. Go back as soon as you take the book.
So be it.
Well, get ready. Amen to you.
Assuming that you can do anything you wish for, there's always a price involved, and that sounds like a high one. Oh yes, it very much is. I had a feeling that the spinner would be back in our lives.
Aha, and what happened next?
I negotiated with that chort, and he did what I asked.
Well done, Vasilisa. I myself couldn't have done it better. I remember my youth as a coldoon. Ah, those were the days.
I got off easy, you could say.
That's right, you furry chort. Go catch some mice.
Let the charts catch them. It's not a job that befits a Susietka.
Proshka, can cats be used to break the seals in the book? Help me check, would you?
All right, I'll catch some mice. It's not hard or anything. I'm not torturing you like your charts, after all.
Well, it's time to deal with the next seal.
The seal of the wolf. I was thinking about werewolves.
I haven't heard about them in Uyezd for a long time.
Proshka, can you turn into a wolf?
Nah.
That won't do. I need to think about this. In the meantime, go and deal with your business. Go visit your betrothed. It's time.
Oh no.
I may come up with something.
But I'm married already. Why do I already have a betrothed again?
All right, Grandpa.
Or did we not get married? I don't know. We got chorts to deal with. Oh, another sin. But not from these guys. No. Alright, some of these still have time. Oh, you're the one. I can't ever tell how many days for you. Okay, 2 days. 2 days, but we get 6. 2 days, but we get 7. 1 day, but we get 8. No, 2 days and we get 7. 1 day and 8 will be with this guy. Because it was going to be 1 day regardless. There. The pester is dealt with. The water seal is now open, so we get new pages. I can buy pages now. I don't really want to. 6 blessed to all. When gaining defense, deal damage. 3 damage. Receive 15 rubles on killing with this page. Interesting. And this is the start of defense keep. I'm not going to buy any of these. I'll win them in the coming battles, but... New pages unlocked. Okay. It doesn't look like anyone has anything to say, and I apparently don't have any visitors, so... Time to set off. Ah, so I'm gonna go visit his grave. I was like, wait a minute. We have a song to find along the way, so let's go to the yard. Chorts do all of our housework. You can hear the sounds of an axe chopping right now. We'll go talk to Morteshka.
Yes, it's good that I'm not one of those petty charts from hell. Work all day or curse people. That's like a kind of work too, right? I'm perfectly content lying here watching after the household. That's my thing.
What should the domovoy do if not prepare firewood?
Lots of things. You haven't had a Susietka for a long time, so your roof caved in a bit. Sedge and other things grow in it. I wouldn't let it get this far. Well, I'll clean this place up when I have time. I'm still not settled in here.
Maybe you could help my chores?
Yeah, right. I have my paws full with matters of my own. Looking after the house, getting rid of the mice, putting out the fire. Yeah? You think that's enough work? I'd say so.
How are you doing in Grandpa's isba?
I'm doing fine here. I feel calmer, even. You don't have icons, and it's not like they used to have them in the church. And the corner over there reminds me of the old times. They used to keep food and the gods there.
We'll talk later. So much firewood will last us a long time. There may be some good from the charts after all.
There was an herb over here, and I must get them all.
This isba used to house a lot of people. Now it's only me and Grandpa. Grandpa doesn't care about the household. He used to be interested only in his sorcery. Now that I have inherited his knowledge, he may as well take on some chores. Old Igor made the chorts cut the firewood. Although he has no knowledge now, the church listen to him anyway, for old time's sake.
Oh, they're sentimental. You should have the chorts sing while they work. I bet they know some good ones. Maybe.
Hey, you! Cut faster! Curse you! Been chewing at my scalp all through my life. Frightened. Now let's get to work.
So, Grandpa, the chorts listen to you.
Of course. We've living together for so long. They still remember me, and they're quite scared of you.
It's good that chorts help around the house, right?
Well, yes. Cutting firewood, that's nothing. Once I sent them to plow the field, and they plowed the whole area through and through, the vacant areas, and the seeded plots too. They need lots of looking after. Still, they have their uses.
Maybe I should look for wolves in the forest?
What? No, we need evil spirits. Ordinary wolves won't do. I have an idea. Don't fret. We'll break this seal in time.
How did you get that isba, Grandpa?
The isba? I inherited it. The older ones eventually all moved away. Some went away, some stayed in Vilgord. The house was left to me by my parents. It's old, like me. We don't have much time left. Soon we'll both go to the afterlife. I'm leaving this isba to you. There's no one else.
Aw.
All right, Grandpa. I need to go.
Grandpa. Alright, well, I guess we're on our way to the field. Heck yeah, finding all the plants. Anything more in here? No, that just goes back to the Isva. Time to set off, I guess. I have to follow this road to the island of trees. The songs are beautiful. Little Fir Tree was what that song was called. Time to go visit. The church would not bury him. Because, as some of you might remember from the very beginning of this game, last week, is that he is considered to be a suicide, so he was not buried on holy ground.
Sing winds from the quietest to quiet, from the lightest to light. Lift up the branches and sand from the grave. Split, Mother Earth, reveal yourself, coffin lid, and fly open white shrouds and draw open sweet lips. Tell me, my darling, of your life there, and ask me of our life here. I've been living here, wandering from place to place. I've witnessed all kinds of grief. All kinds have I suffered. I saved a girl from a banya. See, there's some good done with this knowledge. I saved another girl from the wretched claws of a Vodinoy. I'll do anything to save you. Even if it means raising all the villages on earth. My chorts will help us be together. Soon you'll be back, my darling. As soon as I break all the seals. And you, teach me, guide me, miserable orphan that I am, how to break all the seals of the book. And I will reach out my white hands and pull you from the other shore.
I got short sword coming back. Task failed. Task failed. Task failed. But when it's failed, I get a minimum amount of sin, so not you. Ooh, 2-9. Off you go. Off you go. Alright, that sorts them out. We have 3 visitors today. Nobody seems to want to talk, so...
Ah, Vasilisa, here you are.
Hi, PP.
I've been thinking about that wind and 3 sides and river shells.
So you've remembered about being Sosiedko in that spa?
Now, I think we should go back in the church in Yenidor. Maybe something will come up there.
Okay.
Let's go. But is there anything left? Centuries have passed.
We'll search near the foundations, in the cellar. All secrets are hidden underground. You know that better than most. When we'll be in Galbets, maybe then I can tell some future. I'm a Sosietka after all.
Divinations and Golbets. The connections between the Golbets and the underworld, the world of the dead, is obvious. It was a place where Domovoy was said to dwell, if he did not already live behind the furnace or in the attic. It is also a place for Yuletide groom divinations. These divinations were for young women who were about to become old maids, whose peers, girls the same age or 1 to 2 years apart, were already married, or those whose little sister was already married. The divination was frightening. A girl would go down to the Golbet in secret. Having let her hair down, she would remove her belt, her cross, her beads, and her dress. Wearing only a robe, she would light her mother's wedding candle and look into the mirror. Sometimes 2 mirrors were placed to create a corridor of reflections. Once she saw her groom, the girl was to cover the mirror at once, otherwise a chort would come out and strangle her. Well, that seems terrifying. Okay, so the other 2 visitors don't matter because we are on Proshka's quest. We've already done Old Yegor's quest. So let us go find out more about Proshka's past and what made him decide to go a little demon. Time to go to Yenidor. This road goes east to Vilgort. From there, it's not far to Yenidor.
Proshka stops every now and then. Circling around a bit, he hesitantly proceeds on his course. It seems as if something is bothering the demon, something about the road ahead that he hasn't himself realized yet. At the next stop, a gust of wind blows dust in your face. Could it be a demonic wedding?
Should we hide or should we fight the demons? If we fight the demons, we get more pages. If we hide, we might learn something. Chat, what do we want to do? I'm not leaving it up to you, but I would like to hear your thoughts. We fight like men. um, main character's name is Vasilisa, and she is not a man. The info is good, but new cards is going to be very useful. All right. I will prepare to fight. Riddles in the dark. Oh, geez, Louise. Ow. I have 2 rounds to kill this man's. Okay. Well, this one has to happen. These will do no good. We're just gonna go all in. If we do not do 15 damage, we're dead. This is exactly 15 damage. They were. This is a puzzle. There were red herrings. Get wrecked. Okay. Weakness increases curse. Ooh. Or we get waste. No, I'm gonna get weakness. I have a curse deck. Did that add weakness to my deck? Yes. Okay, perfect. Onward we go. To the crossroads. The wind has picked up. It better not rain. We'd be stuck here in Yenador for who knows how long. Yeah, that was a puzzle fight.
The road whirlwind is a harbinger of a northern night. The wind bends the trees and sends dust and leaves flying to the empty spaces of the Yenador crossroads. Somewhere deep in the forest, a lone wolf begins his song. Morteshka stops in hesitation once more.
We actually had cards that I don't have in my deck in that particular puzzle fight. All of the puzzle fights will present you with a predetermined deck that are of pages that are not in your book for you to figure out the puzzle of the fight. So there are timed fights and there are puzzle fights, and most of the puzzle fights are also timed. So there you go.
What a wind.
Why are you standing there, Morteshka?
I remembered. I used to visit this place often. Perhaps when I was alive, one of the church. Doesn't look like my church was worshipped in much, does it?
All you think is about being worshipped. What else could happen in the crossroad that tied Morteshka to this place?
Meetings, funerals, celebrations, or battle. The crossroads that tied Morteshka to this place. He claims he's a Suzeko, but he might not be. Things that happen in crossroads. People do get buried at crossroads. We've seen it in other places. Meetings could happen at crossroads, though usually they just meet in Izbas or meeting halls. Celebration? Battle? I mean, I think I'm going to take the hint this time. After a correct answer, you will get 50. Yeah, that. What was the hint? Oh. No one celebrates on crossroads. It's a dangerous place. We're gonna go with battle.
Maybe the Chute fought the Rusich here.
What gives you that idea? Reading your little books again in Vilgat, were you?
Why Lubbox all of a sudden? I guessed all by myself.
Right. As if you didn't know there was a different sort of battle raging at every crossroads. In fact, some are going on right now.
All right, let's go to Yenidor. I bet we can find something there.
I ditched that one. Oopsie doopsie. Well, time to hit the eastern bridge. It was probably meetings then.
The old bridge creaks from the cold wind, the cold water of some swampy river rippling beneath it. In the middle of it, you notice forest chorts looking at you with their cold, lifeless eyes from the reeds.
I don't know, Trav. We've seen, there's another crossroads where we started the game where we saw, golbets, which are gravestones, or grave crosses, at. So, they weren't buried in a church courtyard, which means that they were considered to be a suicide or a sinful death. So they were not buried in holy ground; they were buried outside of it. Even Vasilisa's betrothed is buried outside of a churchyard because he is considered to be a suicide. So it is quite possible that funerals was the correct answer as well. I don't know specifically about vampires because we've only been dealing with demons and spirits. Do we ask for Proshka's help here, or do we just attack? I'm gonna ask for Proshka's help. This is his quest, after all.
The demon needs only lift his paw for the forest spirits to scramble in panic. You look at him in amazement. Was this his doing, or do the spirits know about the power of the Black Book?
Ooh, herbalist near the stone. Today there's an herbalist trading by the bloodstone.
You're not what we consider an average girl, are you? In that case, I'll show you some fine wares. Here, take a look.
Okay, I don't have any cuckoo tears. I do like cuckoo tears. Rebirth might be a better idea. Bewilder's eh. That's poisonous. I don't know why. Well, there are instances where I want to get damage to do things to the enemies, so it's useful. It's just not something I seek. I'm out of this one. What's this? Okay. Ooh, okay. We have Crying Herb. We have Peter's Cross. We don't have this one. Oh no, we do have one of those. This could be nice. It's expensive though. I'm kind of more down for this though. Let's just take that as like a insurance. I'm actually going to get rid of the mash entirely. Okay, that's good. We'll leave it like that. Cool. Always good to see an herbalist. The Luvin swamps. These swamps never stop spreading. They'll swallow Yenidor eventually by the looks of it. You know, there are ways to get cards.
The northern wind bends the treetops. Their rustling fills the swamps with a rhythmical noise, in which you hear the whisperings of leshis and the wings of demons flapping beneath the ground. You stop for a minute, thinking of how ancient these forests truly are. How many centuries have they stood here? How many centuries will they stand yet? Your meditations are interrupted by Proshka's grumbling. Yanidor is close.
Free experience, I'm not gonna complain. Alright, back to the church. Old churches keep many secrets. It looks like the Church of Transfiguration has some hidden away.
This church looks empty now. No one visits, and there's no Proshka to look after it.
What a dump, right? Look at all this rotten wood. And it used to all be so fine. Don't just stand there, Vaisa. There is the door to the Undercroft. Open it!
Here we go.
When you approach the old wooden planks, you feel a draft.
I will wait on
Some
that.
pictures are mixed with the icons. Were they gifts from the people?
It's not as simple as that. Search the chests. Perhaps you'll find something.
What am I looking for?
How would I know? Now, don't look at me like that. There are icons all over the place. It's bad for me to look at them, you know?
A bit of a strange face for an angel. Looks like a Chute's idol. Old church books. I'd like to study them, but there's no time.
Pick them up and take them with you. It's not like anyone will miss them.
An old kitchenware. An old kitchenware.
Yes, looking around is a little tricky. Oh no, she's gotten stuck. There we go. I fixed it.
When you approach the old wooden planks, you feel a draft. Behind the planks, you see a narrow crawl space leading deeper underground.
River shells.
The idols have river shells scattered around them. The idols have river shells scattered around them. They're so majestic. They're so majestic.
Majestic idols of old are now lying in heaps in this dank and wet dugout. The eerie faces of the forgotten deities seem to emanate a cold draft. One of the idols is missing his carved face.
I've seen these idols, Vasilisa.
You've been in this dugout before?
Yes, but when? Was it long ago? Something is missing. As if one of the passes on the hunter's calendar has disappeared.
The tribal signs of Komi Permians and other Pheno-Ugric peoples.
Add it, and everything fits right into place.
The idols have river shells scattered around them.
Majestic idols of old are now lying.
They're so majestic.
Okay, let's go back. We clearly missed something.
Some pictures are mixed with the icons. I doubt there's anything about Morteshka in them. Old church books.
An ancient wooden angel is watching you indifferently. You peer into his face, and it looks as if he's wearing a wooden mask. You touch the mask, and it falls to your feet. Its image reminds you of the strange chorts depicted on the idols of the demons. An ancient wooden angel is watching you indifferently.
That's... We didn't have the information, so now we do.
Behind the planks, you see a narrow crawl space. Majestic idols of old are now lying in heaps in this dank and wet dugout. The
Listen, I think I remember. I remember everything. But look, what's happening to me? That's right. That's how I used to look when they called me Whitebeard. Hunters used to bring me river shells from the north, and I flew with the all-knowing wind with no rest and no respite.
Morteshka, is that you?
Vasilisa, I remembered everything. All thanks to you.
Your name was Whitebeard. Who are you?
I used to be a god, the lord of the northern wind and master of the true people's destiny, those who lived in the forests of Cherby. I was once powerful for a time. Other gods came and believe in me dwindled. Thou shalt not worship the idol of Voipil, and thou shalt not deal out funeral feasts to him. And thus it came to be.
So a god in the Kami-Permian mythology, the name is translated as North Wind. We've had the North Wind with us the whole time.
The lights of altars dwindled, and so did my powers.
Are those your idols beneath the church?
Yes, they are. It was my lost temple, this dugout. I still remember that woman. Didn't want to lose the old faith. She hid my idols and put my face on the angels. That's how I survived, as a demon, but in a halo of ecclesiastical glory.
Why all the shells?
This is my symbol, my ears. I used to be omnipresent in this area. I used to cool the ferocious flame of the sun with my wind. But that time is long gone. All that's left are these shells. Bones of the past, long forgotten.
What will you do now?
I'll stay with you. I am in your debt. It's not like I've suddenly grown in power. The universe has been turned upside down. the gods of all the today's demons. And so did I. When people forgot about me, I forgot about myself, and lost my erstwhile power. But now my past has returned, along with some of my strength. I will help you, Vasilisa. Who knows what other rebirths can I undergo?
Morteshka is now upgraded. Yay!
So it turned out that our Proshka used to be a chute demon.
Jesus Christ!
Didn't expect that, Grandpa, did you? Perhaps now I'll be the one to tell you to hunt mice.
Unbelievable! I didn't think that such strong spirit would enter your service. I'm glad all the training worked out. Or is it the book? So, now you're going to stay with us?
Well, yeah. I'll live out my cat life with Vasilisa. I found mine, now I help Vasilisa find hers.
And no nagging about mice. You might be St. George himself, but you should still do your duty. While I still have my teeth, I'm the master of this house.
Don't worry, Grandpa. I'll take care of it. Consider the mice gone.
No wonder he's such a good hunter.
How do you like my new fur? What a glow.
I don't know how to address you now. Proshka or Voipil?
Proshka it is. I've told you that I'll stay with you until all the seals are open. You've helped me, now it's my turn. I'm not scared of any charts. How can they possibly harm me?
What kind of spirit are you?
A chewed one. Permans believed in me in the olden days. My powers have waned. I can catch mice, though.
You're helping me then again.
Yeah, and my power grows because of that. So I won't leave you.
You've remembered your past, but won't you forget it all once again?
Yes, you'll become that what you're doing. If you'll be a Sosietka for 100 years, then you'll become one. If you wouldn't have reminded me of the past, then who knows? Maybe I would have become a hairy old man then in another 100. Enough of this Sosietka business. When you'll free your guy, I go back to mountains. I will fly around like a free northern wind. I won't forget a thing that way.
All right. Time for visitors. Ah, Nikolai.
God bless. Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa.
Matronya.
Why, isn't that groom with his bride?
So, you're keeping your word, Nikolai?
I told you I needed a bride, and with help from you and God, here we are.
The wedding is close. I see you've covered yourselves, as is tradition.
Yes, we needed to have this wedding as soon as possible, so that the Bonniks wouldn't drag me back. I understand you have a lot to think about. Vasya, weddings are the least of your worries, but if you can't do it, no one can. You were the matchmaker for me and Nikolai, so you should stand as matchmaker by my side at the wedding.
I have no time to give a dowry at a bachelorette party.
Right. The week has passed. The dowry appeared at my house, and what I lacked, the girls from my village helped out with.
A week or a bit longer between matchmaking and a wedding day. During this time, the bride did weepings, prepared dowry, and said farewell to her friends while getting ready for the wedding.
The main thing is you being my matchmaker.
I can't. I have other business.
It's all right, Vasya. You can go. We have some time. And when the wedding passes, a solution to a problem might reveal itself.
You too, old Igor, come. You'll be our master of ceremonies.
What an honor. To what do I owe the pleasure, huh?
Well, you taught Vasilisa and helped with the items for the bride.
That's right. Well, you see, Vasya, how can you say no?
Who did you ask to be your best man?
Morteshka, the accordion player. He's an old friend of mine.
It's a good thing we saved his life.
Fedka? What curse can he help you with? How can we attend such a wedding, Grandpa?
Stop it, Vasya. Fedka will manage. He's a jester, but he can. Besides, we'll be there. We'll help with the evil spirits and Khaldoons.
All right, but Fedka needs looking after, so he won't curse the wedding himself.
Thank you, Vasilisa. I brought a gift for you. I think you'll like it, and it should prove useful.
We didn't come only because of the invitation. We need a nowhere's help. My future mother-in-law hired brewers to make beer.
But they quit halfway through. They say demons chased them away. They're beside themselves with fear.
It's always something.
We decided not to approach these demons without you. Maybe it's Bandix trying to interfere with the wedding.
You made a wise choice.
Is the bright side brewing beer?
We decided both sides will brew. The villagers are close to each other.
In Pakcha, where my mother lives, there are some skilled brewers. We hired them. Father is long gone, after all.
What are they saying about Chorts?
Some shadows are being noisy, turning over tubs and whatnot.
See, they're brewing the beer by the river, so I thought that the Abdiricha might reveal herself.
When's the wedding day?
Everyone is invited the day after tomorrow. First is the wedding day, and the next day we're going for a ceremony. Not everything is by the book, but you know how it is.
Ooh, we learned something. A wedding is one of the transition cycle rites symbolizing a person's temporary death, passage through the world of the dead, and rebirth. For this reason, weddings are carried out in the same time frames as were funerals and labor rituals. The girl received a status of bride 3 days after the matchmaking, the day when her parents agreed on a wedding date and dowry size. Before the wedding feast, she was forbidden to go out, and if guests came, she hid herself in the women's corner, a place behind the stove. On the 3rd day, she performed ritual crying to say goodbye to her house. On the 7th and 20th day, she repeated the ritual saying goodbye to her homestead and village, respectively. 3 days before the wedding feast, she bid farewell to her friends and the world in general. During the feast, she was not allowed to eat, drink, or uncover her face. Thus, the bride returned to the world of the living only after the 40th day after the matchmaking following her wedding night. Interesting tradition.
All right, I'll help you. After all, the ceremony is incomplete without beer, and you have your whole life ahead of you.
Well, come the day after tomorrow then, if I'm the master of ceremonies.
See you soon. Lord be with you.
Oh, Nikolai. And one more visitor.
Greetings. God bless.
Alexander.
God bless. What brings you here, Your Honor? The stove flap is over there, to your right.
Alexander looks around, perplexed.
Grandpa, he's not here about that. He doesn't know these things either. And the matchmakers come without a groom.
Hello, Vasilisa. I was in the area for business and decided to drop in. I mean, I think you'll also be interested in this case I have. They talk about you and your grandfather quite often. You remember that fired short that tortured the girl in Logovo? There's a similar case in the village near Pakcha. It's called Severное Settlement.
Yeah, we found the sus.
That's where I'm going to track this chort. So, Severное Settlement? You start treating them with your methods. Perhaps I'll drop by.
Thank you. Till we meet again.
Hold on. Fancy some tea? Help me move the table first, would you?
I think Prochka's a voice actor and Alexander's voice actor are the same one. They sound very similar to me. So, I'm pretty sure that the voice actors in this game did multiple parts, especially when it comes to, like, the non-main characters. So, yeah.
Table? No time. My patients are waiting.
Sure, Alexander.
Alexander hurriedly leaves your izba.
That's not sus. No, not at all. Alright, we got things to do. Near the Kolva. This dusty road winds along the Kolva. Sussy baka. No kidding.
It's getting dark. You keep the black book ready. Khaldoons often put their chorts by the roads, as you have already witnessed several times. Soon, you notice someone's burning eyes under the roots of an old fir tree.
Okay, it's fight time. Let's go. Oh, these two will be hardly anything at all. You. 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 Goodbye. Double curse. Taking it. Alright. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. So we don't have to redo any, anything. New save. Cheeky save, as always. Oops. Let's just go back to the main menu, please. Thank you. But thank you guys for joining me today for another episode of Black Book. We have made it to the next chapter. We are working on the 4th seal now, and oh boy, are things getting interesting. There are only 7 seals. We're roughly getting to halfway through the game. But I'm May, and I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time, and if that is not your time zone, feel free to give me a follow and put on notifications, either here or over on Blue Sky, where I post when I go live, and oftentimes talk about the game that I've been playing and what my thoughts are, what's been going on with it. So I would be happy to make friends with you guys over there and talk about this game. Please, please, please come talk to me. I would love that. Outside of that, I also have a YouTube channel. You can leave comments there if you want to, but my YouTube is primarily just that I have a place to put the raw VODs in lovely, lovely, easy to find playlists so that if you've missed anything, you can go over there and check out what you've missed. Alternatively, you can throw on a playlist while you're cooking or cleaning or working or just in need of some background company for whatever task that you're at, even trying to fall asleep if it helps, and the playlists are all there for you for that reason. But I make zero money over on YouTube, so it's literally my gift to you guys. That's all it is. With that all being said, I do raid my friends. This is my raid message. It works for absolutely everybody. I use it, you can use it, or you can use any love heart or raid emojis you have access to, because I'm happy to share your friends as well. Let's see here. I am gonna go jump into Psycho Phoenix's stream. She's a dear friend who comes and lurks in my stream all the time, and she's playing Phasmophobia right now, so let's go support her and all of her Phasmo fun. I hope everyone has a really fantastic rest of your day. I hope you will also join me again tomorrow at 1 for more Black Book, and until then, you guys, take care, know that you are wanted and loved here, and I will see you tomorrow because we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.